You got all the videos and stuff. Nice. I don't know. Evan's a weird man. He's a weird dude.
Why?
He's just weird, man. Oh.
What's up, guys? Braden here. Today we got a little project on our hands. We're going to do a reline of this feature, not a rebuild. A reline meaning we're going to take everything out and put it all back in one day, or as close to that as possible, because the customer has everything they need here for a feature to run. They have the little 16-foot aquascape kit, but they had it built by one of their landscapers, and it's not quite what they wanted in the end, and it's having trouble holding water. So we're going to come in and reline this and do a little bit of our touch here to make sure that it runs properly and looks a little more to how the customer wants it to look.
What's up, pond people? Evan here, and we're out here with Darren and Braden today, two super trustworthy guys who would definitely never call you weird when you're not around, and they are going to get us started on this relining. So like you heard Braden say, the homeowner had a landscaper build this, kind of a friend. They wanted to give it a try, and we found a lot of peculiarities with this. You can see here we've got some aqua blocks hidden under the stream to give it elevation, so lots of uniquenesses, and here's one of the nicer things we had to say about it.
Be different to work with.
Yeah, it was definitely.
This is like what you see on roadside bridges.
And I gotta hand it to Blake for always finding the positives. It certainly will be different to work with, like he said. And here's a good example of why we always bring in a new liner for something like this. While we were searching things out, Darren found a big patch in the old liner, and I'll let him explain it.
Right. Now that right there is what you get done. Get dirt patch, man. You gotta bring it down.
I hope you had your pencil and paper ready and jotted down a couple of notes about that, because there's very minimal chance Darren will ever repeat that kind of knowledge again. Now, to make sure this waterfall is functioning properly, we do need to reshape some of the stream and spillway area, because those aqua blocks do not belong up there. We gotta send them down to the bottom where they belong. And to help make the aqua blocks nice and comfy and cozy down at the bottom, we're gonna dig them a proper reservoir. Before, the reservoir was just a vault and a single aqua block, and the rest were up in the stream and being used for elevation changes. But they were scared and they were cold and lonely. They like being grouped up down at the bottom. So here we are digging, measuring it out, and then digging again, because this is what it takes to get the water feature to the most basic level of functionality, and that is our goal on this specific water feature.
So the most important thing on these relines is for the water feature not to leak. What's great about it is we can use some of the old materials. It kind of saves you some more money on the reline. Here we're using the old aqua blocks and the old vault, the old pump. We're even using the old liner as extra protection, and we're actually going to put in underlayment on top of that. So we have 2 layers of protection, and then we're going to put in the brand new liner, and that's going to make sure that this water feature has no problems moving forward. It's not going to look that much better, but it's going to save a whole lot of headaches. The water bill is going to go down, and we're going to get the main objective of not having this thing leak.
So yeah, with these relines, we use every resource that we have available to us already to try to keep the cost down for our clients, but at the same time, we need to deliver a product that is perfectly functioning. So there's the new liner, what this whole thing is named after, the reline. We got a nice fresh liner in there. Brad is tucking in the last aqua block, our little cut block there, to get as much extra storage in the bottom as we can. And of course, now we've got the spillway waterfall area set properly. And the guys are done with the reline part, so here's the part where we put the whole thing back together. Everyone's working real diligently. Chente and Blake here looking like 2 old guys that meet at the park to play chess and exchange stories. And in case you've never seen 6 guys eat 18 tacos in 7.5 seconds, I know you weren't asking for it, but I'm going to show you anyways. Here it is. There was also 1 salad consumed at that time as well. The strength and speed provided to my froggy friends via the food truck tacos had us working in maximum overdrive for a few moments, so this clip is not sped up. This is just the pace we were at for a while, but of course it unfortunately did slow down, and we're back to normal human speed. Brad is working on some of the electric because there were lights provided in the kit, so we got to get those hooked back up, and the mulch arriving on scene means that we are almost done with the project. Because of the way this water feature was originally constructed, we did have to bring in some of our own dirt to properly landscape and edge around the feature. You can see all the guys working on that except Braden in the middle. He is finishing up the stream itself and getting it nice and beautiful. It was nice to have everyone out on this one reline together. It was a nice little group building, team building exercise. Of course, we also wanted to get it done, or as close to done in one day as we possibly could, so it was another good reason to bring everybody, but definitely a high concentration of Pondscapes dudes all working on this one water feature. And here's our first attempt at turning it on to see what it looks like. You can see Chente up top giving a little fatigued thumbs up. The man's tired. It was hot today. I don't blame him one bit. And then from that point, all we had was a little bit more edging up at the top, moving some dirt around, and of course the mulchification process. If you blink, you might miss it. There it is. The guys are hot, they're tired, they had tacos in their tummies. There's been a long day, but here's the project pretty much finished, and we are going to pull out the homeowner and show her and see what she thinks.
3, 2, 1.
Height.
Yeah, see, it never flowed like that.
No.
No, that's amazing.
Cool.
This looks great. No, that looks so much
That is
better.
already good. Yeah. And the big thing is it's going to function the way that you thought it was going to function.
No, and even just what y'all did, it just looks more natural.
We're super happy to give our client a functioning water feature, and while it's not the point of a reline, it's great to hear our client also liked the necessary aesthetic changes we made in order to get the water feature functioning properly.
All right, guys, we're back here today at our build. We finished yesterday, but we had a little bit of what we call the finishing touches left. We came back and rinsed everything down, put all new clear water in, added our little rock lid down there to make sure the vault was all covered nice and neatly. Finished touching up the mulch. We got everything good to go for our customer. She was very happy to see it, and we're now wrapping up and done with another project. One thing I wanted to remind on this one was this was what we call a reline, not technically a rebuild. Although we did a little extra work, couldn't help but make it look a little better than the original product. We used everything which she had. We didn't bring in any new rocks. We didn't bring in anything new but the liner. And if you guys do want to check out what a rebuild is, you can check out one of our other videos. We'll tag in the description below. That's going to show you what we do when we rip something out and put in a whole new feature. Thank you guys for tagging along on this one. We'll catch you on the next one.
All right, that wraps up this one, guys. Perfect reline. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching Pondscapes of Charlotte.